Chase.
I'm Shay.
And we got time today.
So look, I got this theory, y'all. Need y'all to tell me what's up with this theory of what y'all think about it. So it's about animals. And I got this theory thinking that all animals most animal species are derived from one species. So meaning that all four-legged furry mammals derive from a single species. All aquatic water-breathing animals derive from another species, and reptiles, amphibians, and lizards. No, reptiles is lizards. Reptiles, amphibians, and which one am I afraid? Birds are all part of another genealogy.
I'm gonna need you to elaborate.
So technically, according to you, there's only 4 species.
There's 3 species.
That's crazy.
There's 3 species.
Let's fact check this real quick. I mean,
look, I already did. So I'm about to pull it up for y'all. So look, let me read it. This is off of the Google AI, right?
Wait, well, let me just.
I need some wine for this. Hold on,
Let me break it down.
There are 8.7 million species on Earth.
Look, I'm gonna elaborate on that. So there are 8.7 mutations of these species.
Okay.
That's what kind of I'm thinking that's leaning to. So
okay.
I got something that I got pulled up on the Google AI right now. So it's the 4-legged mammal origin. So what it says is all 4-legged mammals are derived from a common ancestor, not necessarily a single base species, but a lineage that evolved over 1 million years. This common ancestor is part of a tetrapod group. So a tetrapod is basically a base version of it's basically the base version of a mutated cell. So basically everything is okay. A baby, for instance, a baby starts off as a cell, and then it constantly mutates. It develops arms. You know what I'm saying? You get legs. You develop your lungs. You able to breathe air. When you're first being developed in the womb, you don't breathe air. You don't breathe oxygen. You don't have lungs. You know what I'm saying? You have to develop and mutate and create these systems, right?
Uh-huh.
So a tetrapod is basically the basis of, that's like an embryo, is a tetrapod.
Okay.
So it's a tetrapod can live outside of a womb. So basically all 4-legged mammals, if you think about all 4-legged mammals, right?
Yeah.
All 4-legged mammals, they all walk on 4 legs. They all have fur. There's not one fourth.
Not an elephant.
Yes, they do. Look it up.
It's called fur. They have hair.
They have hair. So hair, fur. They all of the 4-legged creatures. They all have hair. They all grow hair, right? They all grow hair.
Well, technically, an alligator has.
But alligator, right? But I'm talking 4-legged mammals.
They got 4 feet.
4-legged mammals.
They barely got legs.
So you got all your 4-legged mammals, right? So we're included in that. We have hair. We're 4-legged mammals. We breathe air. We don't have scales.
I don't have legs. Oh, I have 2 legs. I don't have 4 legs.
What did I say about that?
I'm trying to follow what I swear.
Or do you mean 4 limbs?
4 limbs.
Okay.
That's what I meant to say.
We're going to pick
Because
this apart, just so you know.
legs
So keep
4
going.
limbs. Nah, definitely pick it apart. So
All right.
4 limbs, right? Okay, so you have your animals that have skin. You have your animals that have scales, right? Is there any other form of outer texture for any living animal?
Skin and scales.
Skin and scales.
Feathers.
But they have
There's skin underneath.
There's skin underneath. They have scales.
Birds have scales. No, birds? You're telling me birds have
Look
scales?
at their feet. Look at the feet.
So you tell me if I pluck
Birds
a bird,
scales?
it's going to have scales and not skin?
Yes. If you pluck up the feet, where the feet, chicken feet. You ever see a
Oh,
chicken
wait,
foot?
That's the feet, though.
Wait, no,
But
wait.
I'm
talking
You
about
might
the
be
whole-
right, though, because you
Listen,
know, have you ever seen a piece of chicken and if you didn't
It's
fry
scaly.
it right, or if you
It's
didn't
scaly.
like,
on the little
or
bristle
like
part,
when people
it's
boil
scaly.
it, the little yellow part, it looks scaly.
It's scaly.
It is scaly.
It's
as
scaly.
fuck.
I'm never
That
eating chicken
shit
again.
nasty
It's
as
scaly.
fuck.
So look.
I'm like, I don't know.
So look. I'm
But it
really,
says it's on their legs and feet, not under the feathers.
it's not under the feathers, but it's not under the feathers because they developed the ability to fly. So they really don't need the scales on their body because
But
they use
pterodactyls have
feathers to
feathers.
fly.
The pterodactyls have feathers. Technically,
never had feathers.
yes, they did.
No,
Did you
they
ever
did
see the
not.
realistic versions of those dinosaurs? They had feathers.
No, they
The
did
The
not
realistic,
have
yes, they
no
did.
goddamn
T-Rex had
feathers.
fucking feathers.
What's a pterodactyl?
Look at the accurate
I don't
version
even
of
know if
dinosaurs.
dinosaurs are real.
Exactly. Thank you.
Pterodactyls did have
Thank
feathers.
you.
Thank you, Shay.
Show me one. There
Show
is no real recorded fossils.
Cause they be
Of
putting
a
sound
real
what
pterodactyl.
dinosaurs sound like. How
Yeah,
would you
let's
know
get
that?
serious
That's
here.
somebody's
These
imagination.
is theories. Dinosaurs are a theory. Dinosaurs are a theory here. Everything is mutations, like everything. So I'm not saying that dinosaurs didn't mutate into something else. You see what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, we still have dinosaurs. We still have
Well, we do.
crocodiles. We
We
still
do.
have alligators. We still have Komodo dragons. These are all dinosaurs,
Yeah.
technically. You feel what I'm saying? So if you even think about like a condor, that's the biggest bird. A condor is the size of
Terrifying.
it's huge. That shit is
It's absolutely terrifying.
that thing is huge. So that's what you would consider a pterodactyl. You know what I'm saying? But who's to say that it didn't mutate in to develop what it looks like now for this modern time period?
That's what I'm saying. Dinosaurs still exist to this day. They're just evolved into something else that we call different.
But
They still
we don't
existed,
know.
but they
we
were
don't.
something completely
But
different.
we don't know what they look
Like an alligator was probably 20 feet tall.
But we don't.
That
know,
was a dinosaur back then.
But we
Now
don't
they're a
know
little
what
bit
they
smaller,
look
but they're
like.
still
Though.
big.
So since we don't know what they look like, we can only speculate.
But we find bones. What do you take over?
We don't know, but even though we find bones, we still can't create what this animal look. We don't know what the skin structure. We don't know what the skin cells look like. We don't know the DNA structure of that animal. We don't know anything but having the bones. That's not enough. Just because we have the bones, don't mean that we can put together the whole blueprint of this animal. Because if that was the case, they'd have cloned the animals already.
Well, they are.
But they don't have the genetic blueprint.
But they've been finding eggs and stuff too. Of
But
these
they have to.
animals
But they have
that
to
have been
infuse.
preserved.
But they have to infuse those with animals that exist today. You have no embryo. What are you going to use? What soil are you going to use to grow that creature? You need an animal from today. So meaning that animal is
Unless
still
they
an
make
animal. Unless they make it in, but they still need an egg. Where are you going to get the egg?
They've
from?
been finding them. They've been finding fossilized, preserved
You
eggs.
can't. An egg doesn't.
Okay.
That's not how you can't preserve an egg like that. An egg has to be. An egg has to be. An egg doesn't. An egg has. It has to be fertilized in a certain amount of time. Just like y'all have a period. That's what the period is for. It's the release of dead eggs. Then the next one comes. You see what I'm saying? Like no.
Actually, if
But ain't that still dead eggs?
that's actually
No, it's not.
They're just
dead.
unused. They're unfertilized.
Okay, so if it's unfertilized, that means you need a new set, right? Y'all produce a certain amount of eggs over your lifetime, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the same thing. That's an egg has to still have eggs have a life have a timeline. So meaning if these eggs, all right. So for instance, that's another thing we'll get into. So what all creatures,
following the rain.
all the creatures that lay eggs, birds, lizards, amphibians, fish, they all have scales.
Platypuses. They lay eggs. They don't give birth.
A platypus does it. I don't
And
know
they
what that.
have
I'm not even going to say a platypus. That's an exception. That was.
No,
That platypus is an
What
exception.
even is
No,
that?
I'm not even going to say
Platypus.
the platypus. It's like a beaver duck thing. Like it's like a beaver
And
and
they
a duck.
swim. Have you ever seen them swim?
Yeah, it's like a beaver and a
They
duck.
literally
I don't
just turn
know
the
how
water.
that.
But it could be a hybrid animal.
You see what I'm saying?
Of what, though?
Of
But
the
it has
two-
to be
of
an
the
aquatic.
two of a mammal and an aquatic animal.
Yeah, of an aquatic animal. Because a tetrapod in itself, the original tetrapod was semi-aquatic. So meaning that a tetrapod was able to mutate into a fully aquatic animal to grow gills, to breathe water, or it could be a land creature, like a frog, for instance. You got water-breathing frogs and you have air-breathing frogs. You have both. Some frogs just breathe water. Then you have frogs that only can breathe air and can't breathe water. You see what I'm saying? How did it get the mutation of both? There's no fish that can breathe air. But there's a frog that can breathe water and a frog. Huh?
Mud skippers.
They still
Technically
breathe
fish.
water.
They also breathe air too.
Huh?
Catfish.
A dolphin's a mammal. They have hair.
Wait, catfish can breathe air?
Yeah,
That's
they can go-
terrifying.
They can go on land or what's that monkfish? One of them.
But they still have to go back in the
It
water.
says there's several types of fish.
What?
Are mud skippers
Lungfish,
fish?
mud skippers.
Okay, I was about to say because I know they be
Lungfish, mud skippers,
They
gar.
breathe air.
yeah because they hang out mainly on the shores. They swim in water and they breathe in the water, but they hang out on the surface.
All right, so how do we get a mutation that can both breathe air and water in the same species?
You told me this is you about trying to put
No
us on
mammals
some
breathe.
shit.
No mammals breathe water. No four-legged mammals breathe water, right?
Okay. I mean,
Hold on, fact checking.
seals have technically 4 legs.
But they breathe air.
I mean, there's mammals that can hold their
They
breath.
hold their breath, but there's no
They
mammal
can't
that
breathe
can
in.
breathe
Yeah.
water.
water.
There's not. That's
So meaning that fish and amphibians are still the closest thing to a tetrapod because they still have the semi-aquatic features where they can still make and mutate into both species, whereas the tetrapod that is just a air breathing mammal mutated into the air breathing mammals and then started to mutate based on the environment. So you got for instance, like a dog, a bear, what is it? A fox. What else? Even cats. Cats and even cats. Cats and dogs aren't really that different if you really think about it. Technically, they're really not that different in creatures. One is different because it has different weapons and different tools. But technically, they're the same creature if you really think about it. Even the way they're structured, they both walk on 4 legs. They both have tails. They both have teeth and canines. They both are meat eaters. You see what I'm saying? They're technically a bear. What is the difference between a bear?
But don't wolves they hunt in the daylight? No, they hunt at night.
They mostly hunt.
Because I was gonna say
they got
felines
cool.
they hunt at night.
Yeah, they hunt when it's cool. But the thing is, with cats, they're solitary animals, whereas dogs are group creatures. They're pack animals.
Big cats though are pack animals.
Big cats are they're not the way dogs are. It's a different it's more of like it's a different kind of hierarchy, right? So whereas like cats, whereas lions are really the only cats that are not solitary. Tigers, every other cat species are solitary.
That is
you know what I'm saying? So if you really think about it, a dog doesn't need the same tools as a cat because they move in groups. Mm-hmm. So they don't need the claws to be able to get up a tree to get away from something because they're in packs. There's multiple of us, so we don't need to climb up a tree for safety or to flee. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same animal that has different tools based on their basically their mental makeup, and the environments.
So you believe in like evolution,
right? I believe it.
What's that guy's name?
Charles Darwin. Yeah, Darwinism. Darwinism. So basically, everything evolves based on the environment. Like we have to evolve based on the environment. Like you're not going to, if you grow up in the hood, you're going to talk this way. You see what I'm saying? If you grow up in an environment where they don't talk like that, you grew up in a white preppy neighborhood, you're probably not going to say nigga. You're probably not going to use certain words and terms and these things. You know what I'm saying? You adapted to the environment.
They probably still won't say it, but they're not supposed to.
You see what you know.
We're talking about us,
everyday
area.
But it's the fact that everything has to adapt to its environment. Mm-hmm. That's why I like doing. We're gonna get into that later. But the fact that we can still change based on what we need to do to survive. Mm-hmm. So all of these creatures just have a different way to survive. So they need different tools. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, they're all technically pretty much the same creature.
So you don't believe because the Bible says that God created 2 of everything, and that's how we got all these different animals.
Right.
But evolution says that it came from
evolution.
Yeah. So what do you like? How is there a bridge that connects the 2 theories, or is there?
I mean, I would say that the bridge is that God created 2 of everything, meaning that everything has a male and female, like 2 sides of the species. Because everything needs 2 sides of the species to work. You know what I'm saying? You need male and a female of all the species, no matter what it is. You
Unless you're a seahorse.
No, you can see horses.
No, seahorse males give birth.
But they still got to get fertilized by the female. They still have to mate with
There's something out there that doesn't have
frogs.
Is it a frog? I was
Yeah,
gonna say it's
something. Frog. They can.
Oh, it's a snail. Is it a snail?
There's frogs and
It's
snails.
something around there.
Something doesn't need.
They
There
breed by
are-
themselves.
There's asexual creatures.
Yeah,
People
there-
used to
it's
be
like
able to do
caterpillars. I
It's
can't
something like
remember.
that.
It's something. I know what y'all are talking
yeah. There's definitely probably something out there that can. How it does it, we would have to know how it does it. But
It's a chemical. They have all parts inside them, so a chemical is released when they fertilize an egg. They can fertilize their own eggs. They have a fertilizer within themselves.
Komodo dragons, sharks,
Is
lizards.
it really Komodo dragons?
Yep.
I love that.
Komodo dragons, sharks, lizards.
My
and-
favorite.
how do they fertilize themselves?
They don't. They can produce unfertilized eggs that are.
So how do the eggs get fertilized?
They're not. They're literally they're produced. They can produce offspring from unfertilized eggs.
It's like I'm ready.
They
to
don't
be-
need a partner to
be a
create
mom.
lives.
It's like bam.
It's a process called whatever the hell it is. Parthenogenesis.
So meaning that's probably how
Asexual
humans. That's
reproduction.
probably how a way that humans was. You know what I'm saying? Because females came before males. So that's
Thank you.
probably
That's
how
what I was just saying.
the original-
we used to be able to.
original women probably had this genetic trait. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all didn't need men out of there wasn't men on the earth at a point in time. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, y'all probably was able to use
Bees,
that to
wasps,
create.
ants, aphids. Sorry, this is just
Amphibians.
crazy. I thought there was like one thing or two things.
That's what I'm saying. There's a good bit of stuff that can do it.
Yeah.
Women are crazy. And I love it.
Wow.
We can just shit. I swear, create, and there it is.
So
Then
when
y'all
did
came
the
along.
need for men start?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was like, and then y'all came along and
That's
just
a
like,
whole
they
lot.
just
Because it's the difference between like, okay, we need y'all and we want y'all. This turned into a need.
Yeah.
It's polarity.
Well, really, we don't need them because imagine if they all disappeared, we'd probably still find a way to have kids.
You know, it's actually funny because I had a coworker who said that she saw this video where they had like a group of girls that they stayed in a house for like a three days, whatever. They're like 8 years old, and then they had another group of boys that were doing the same thing and see basically how they get through everything. The boys pretty much like tore everything up and like went crazy basically in a sense. And the women were able to like put things together and combine, like cook, find something to eat, survive.
Sorry, I don't
Like they had a
At
whole
8 years
a
old,
schedule and a system of like
Yes,
who's doing
at
this,
8 years
who's
old.
cleaning this, who's doing this, cooking. Yeah,
like
men are running around like Tasmanians.
just that, like
they're like punching each other, having like a
yeah, shut
starving.
that person, put them in the closet, yeah. Like he's touching my man, we gotta fuck fight. Like why?
They
You
split
don't
up in
have
the
to
groups.
do
Shut
that.
up. Y'all need us. Like,
What?
shut up.
We're not saying we don't.
I
I was just wondering
No,
what
no.
the need came in.
No, we don't.
That's
If-
a
if-
whole. That's a whole.
If women started off not needing,
Because y'all needed us to be able to produce more people. Y'all
Not
can't
optimized.
listen
You're saying
at a
optimized.
faster rate. It's
I
not
know that.
optimized. So therefore, to be able to optimize this genetic species, it needs the other half for the other half that they can't do. While y'all are going through, y'all are still vulnerable. Even if y'all can have produced kids on y'all own, y'all are still vulnerable in that time period. So you still have to live. If we didn't have modern day society and we was all in the wild, are y'all gonna be fighting lions and tigers and bears? No, y'all are not.
Yeah,
so
especially
no,
not
y'all
when
are
you're
not.
pregnant.
No, you're not. You're not fighting a
Not
lion,
while
tiger,
you're
and bear
pregnant,
while
But
you're
the thing
pregnant.
is,
but
No,
that
you're
would be
not.
like,
No,
there's
you're
gonna
not.
be mothers.
No, you're
There's
not.
gonna be a group of women
You're not
that
fighting.
take care of the
Women
young, and then there's
are
gonna be
fighting.
other groups of women that hunt. There's
Women
gonna be
are
other
fighting.
groups of
Listen,
women that
don't
don't
you
do.
are
think
not
There
that?
are tribes like this. What do you mean?
Not
Don't you
saying
think
that
that
there
if-
are not.
Don't you think that that would be something that women would adapt to though?
Y'all would have did it.
Evolution.
Y'all would have did it. Y'all would have done it.
No,
Y'all
that
would have.
doesn't mean that. Wait.
Y'all would have.
That
Y'all would
doesn't-
have not needed. Y'all would
That
have kept
doesn't
that
mean
ability.
that we weren't doing it. You just said the whole point was we needed to reproduce at a faster rate. That doesn't mean we
Right.
weren't doing it.
No, so that means if you
That
have
means
to
the
reproduce,
faster rate took over.
you have to reproduce at a faster rate so you don't die off.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't
So
mean
meaning-
women weren't handling shit. That just means
No, that means that y'all were dying off, meaning y'all need another half so y'all don't die
Exactly.
the fuck off.
right. It wasn't because we ain't fighting tigers and bears. It's because we need faster reproduction.
So y'all don't die off.
Exactly.
I mean,
Okay, but you're saying that it was because we're not out here fighting shit.
No, not saying that. No, since y'all are the ones that have to produce, you need another party that is able to not produce in that same manner so that person can be the protector while this person can give birth to more offspring.
Still feel like we'd find a way.
Yeah, we would.
But all right.
You need another man here for this conversation.
Definitely need another man here
You're
for this
outnumbered.
conversation. Definitely
And I'm
outnumbered.
not disagreeing with you, but I'm definitely gonna.
Phone a friend, like no.
I'm definitely gonna pick at the conversation.
So
Look.
y'all, bringing it back to the whole animal, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think about like folklore and like the spiritual connection or stories behind certain animals? Do y'all think it's actually real?
Yup.
Like, it's true, or
Jinx, you owe me a soda water.
because they say like crows. I know I heard a lot about crows and how
Crows are scary.
they
I love them,
remember
though.
people's faces.
Yep.
And
For like 7
they
to 8
can
years.
sense they can sense death and
Mhm.
stuff like that.
Nah, dude, I believe it.
Yeah,
I love crows though because I like that about them. They are super sensitive to the supernatural to the point where they can do that. That's like a message. I feel like people use crows as a message to tell them like, okay, this is when danger is near. Something's about to happen here. Something I don't know what's going on, but something in this area where all these fucking crows are chilling, caw and falling into these people. I need to move away from it.
I mean,
That's what I like.
I mean,
it's
crows just they gravitate towards things that are dead. So that means this just means death is near.
That's what I'm saying. It tells people like when death is near, so that they can avoid the situation.
I
In
mean,
areas,
yeah, but you can. But I don't think at the same time you can demonize them just because
I think
something's.
so.
I don't think they're demonized. I like them. I think that they're
Nah,
the bridge to
demonized.
spirituality.
They're demonized.
But if you think about it, it's like everything is energy as far as that. So I don't see why they wouldn't be able to like.
They can do good. People
That's
have
why I
got
said-
caught crows, raise them. And
That's what
taught
I'm
them to
saying.
pray.
Like
Good
you can't really demonize them because that's their nature. Like they gravitate towards death.
They're
That's
just
like,
the
you can't-
bridge.
They're just the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody dies, somebody's dead out in the field, crows are going to be near that dead body. You're going to see a bunch of crows. Like that's just how they are. So you can't really demonize them. They just tell you. They're just a signal to let you know something is
But I
probably
think
near
you
that's dead.
can though, because like certain animals you can demonize them because
I demonize
I just feel like
owls.
it's just like people. We
They're
demonize
pretty
people
good
when they're low
They
vibrational.
they represent
But an
something.
animal don't
Like
have
for
a conscious
example, like
or
pigs,
reason. You
like
can't really.
pigs, like we like
How do we know
demonize-
animals don't have
we
conscious
demonize
reasoning?
pigs because
They do.
That's what
I don't know
were you
about that.
studying animal brains?
I don't
'Cause
know about
how would we know that they don't have conscious?
As a dog trainer, they do. No, dead ass. As a dog
That's where it
trainer,
brings
I've
it
had
back
to learn
to
a lot about other
everything
animals.
is
No, but
Conscious reason.
but that's
They would be human if they had conscious
No,
reason.
that
That's
doesn't
not.
mean that.
Yes, it does. Do y'all know what like that's not a.
No,
that's what
an
no,
animal can't. A ape
No,
has.
I'm not even saying conscious reason. I'm saying like animals are also vessels.
Yeah.
Right.
That are susceptible to spirits.
Exactly.
And also, so
Right.
like there's like this past part of the Bible where it talks about why we should eat pigs, and it translates into
Should
like,
or shouldn't?
we shouldn't.
Okay.
Because like it says like that the demons were cast into pigs and sent out into the wilderness and stuff like that. Or was it the ocean? I can't remember. But well, I'm saying that to say like certain animals we can demonize it.
We just did it. Whenever you just said that they picked cats, dogs,
Yeah.
birds,
Pigs,
goats. That's what I meant.
Yeah, to put the demons into and do shit.
But
to
it's
them so
like,
that they can get rid
if
of
we
the
can be
spirit.
spiritual and have energy, why wouldn't a cat or a bird or it's
Not
And you,
saying-
you
like
met
with
Binks,
demonized
you know
cats,
she has a
too.
conscience.
Not.
Binks
I'm
says she
saying
knows.
cats.
Cats,
And then
I
it
know.
translates.
And I
It
feel like
translates
I
into
use her
into the
a lot.
physical life too. Like with pigs, like you said, they don't have like they don't have pores. They can't release.
Toxins out of
But
the
you
bodies.
gotta think though the reason the Bible tells you not to eat these things like that is because, like you said, they're taking in toxins. Like their spiritual being is to absorb negative energy. So it's like you can't eat something whose spiritual purpose is to only absorb negativity. You know what I'm saying? That's why it says not to eat them. Because at the
Yeah,
end
that's
of
what I'm
exactly
saying,
the
like,
point.
That's
But
why
at
we
the
can
same time, though,
demonize
but you
certain
can't-
animals.
but you can't demonize it in a way. You can't say just because this pig is designed for this, that this pig is bad. The pig is still here for a purpose. You see what I'm saying? Like it still has a purpose. If there wasn't no need for pigs, there would not be pigs. God wouldn't have created a pig if we ain't eat pigs. You know what I'm saying? God wouldn't have created a shrimp. We're not supposed to eat shrimp for the same reasons. But they take in toxins, they take in poison. Negative energy is nothing but poison. A demon is
Okay,
poison.
so
You
what
know what I'm
about snakes?
Same thing.
Then why do but they also represent something that is demonized.
So do ghosts.
Like say the serpent is a thing in the Bible where it's like this
It
is
manipulates people
this
into
is
doing bad.
this is
A
yeah.
snake and
They
a
call
goat
people
are
a
definitely
snake.
demonized.
Whenever
why
they're being
is
grimy
that?
on the streets and whatever.
Because it's a spiritual thing too.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, we still can't. I kind of look at it as like even the way the Bible is portraying like the serpent and all of these things. Like I don't think it's demonizing it. I think it's portraying it in a way to where you can use the animal. You could kind of. Where am I going with this?
I don't know. We in the car waiting for you to drive off.
But it literally says the serpent was cursed to be on its belly for its life, the rest of its life. And that's how it became.
I never read that. I don't know. I kind of look at it like I kind of approach the my viewpoint of animals kind of like the way.
What does that say out loud? Read it for the audience.
Yeah, scientists treating that animals possess some
No, I
form.
can't.
No, that's not clear. You just
Yes, scientists increasingly believe that animals possess some form of
okay.
consciousness.
You said they don't at all.
I said conscious reason. They don't have reason.
Why don't they?
Because they move off of instinct. Animals don't
Not
move
all
off
of
of
them.
reason. Yes, they do.
No.
Ain't no animal going. Let me think about it.
Yep.
Animals,
No, they never. Fuck, they
animals are
don't.
considered to have conscious experiences and motivation. Why
They
wouldn't
don't.
they?
They have conscious motivations based off their instinct. Ain't no. You gonna sit there and have a conversation. Yo, tell me what you thinking right now.
Binksy
No.
I mean, but then you got
That doesn't
certain
mean that they don't
because
have
you
it,
got
though.
you
You
got
don't
certain
understand, though.
animals that are highly intelligent, like
Like
dolphins.
Just
parrots?
because they're
Why
they're
do you think it's
intelligent,
illegal to talk to dolphins?
they intelligent.
That's a
They're
whole nother
intelligent,
conversation,
but
by the way.
for them to have reason is a completely different. Like reason is that's a human trait. That's like not a you.
No, that's not.
Yes, it is.
You're not an animal scientist. How would you know? Rats? What about rats?
My face is hurting right now.
What about a rat?
What you mean? What about a rat?
They're smart as hell. How do they
Yeah,
not
they
have?
smart as hell, but that doesn't mean they don't move off of instinct still.
I mean, everything moves off of instinct, but that doesn't mean
Right.
that it's
They
only.
have a conscious.
But
They put them through mazes and shit. Literally.
that does not.
No, listen. This is what they literally do in testing labs, right? Obviously, they shoot them up, they inject them with shit, which is wrong. They also test their thinking ability, their consciousness to recognize, okay, I'm going through a maze. There's a brick wall right here. Let me go this way. Okay, there's a brick wall over here. Now I remember not to go that way because I remember
Guess
that
what?
I shouldn't go that way because I
I'ma give
remember
you-
that
I'ma
there's a
give
brick
you a
wall
raw-
right
I'ma
there.
give
So
you-
I'm conscious.
I'm gonna give you
enough
a
to
raw
go. It's a
example.
brick wall
I'ma
right
give you-
there, and it's a dead end right here.
I'ma
And
give
I'm
you-
conscious and aware enough to know that there's a brick wall right there. So I
So
should
we
go
talking
that
about
way.
rats, right? We talking about rats, right?
I'm talking about a lot of animals.
We talking about all animals, right?
Majority of
animals, right?
Yes.
Would you
Not
have?
all. We ain't gonna say all.
Would you have sex with your brother?
No.
Every animal would.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would.
No,
Yes, they would.
Okay.
Name me an animal that wouldn't.
Nuh-uh, because Sugar be stopping Scar from trying to hump on her.
Name me it. Shelly wouldn't.
Everybody's not the same.
No,
There's
I'm
But there's some
saying.
people out here who would fuck their brother. Yeah, there's people out here that would fuck
Listen,
their
but
brother.
listen,
There's people out here fucking their dad.
listen.
There's
But
people out here fucking their mom.
but that's where reason comes into play. You
There's
have
no
the
But
ability.
reason
we
for
still
that.
have the mental consciousness. They still know, okay, this is my dad, but I'm still gonna fuck him. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that.
Because you have reason.
But so
And
with
animals
that,
not
you
gonna
can't
think
use
about
that
But
only
the person
example.
that
That was a raw example.
the
I'm
person
just
made
saying
the decision
that's
to fuck their
But the
Because they
fact
have
that
reason.
fuck their
the
brother.
fact that
I can't.
animals
I
will
can't.
fuck their
I can't.
siblings doesn't mean that they don't have conscious reason though.
But I'm
There's so
saying,
many other things that could prove
but
that they
I'm-
actually do.
okay, but I'm saying that their base consciousness is subconscious. They move off of instinct. They base it. Their main motive in life is to move off of instinct, not because that's my sister. I can't breed. No, I need to breed. I need to reproduce. They're not thinking about this is my sister. That's not right.
That's your
That's
only
it.
example.
No, I got wait. Okay, for
That's
instance,
one.
is an animal going to think, okay, If it comes, a dog, for instance, a dog is an opportunist eater. A dog is not going to pass up on no food.
False. Unless they are dying and starving.
You're putting out
The same as a
instinct.
person. If you're dying and starving in the mountain, there's some random dude that you don't know, or even a family member. What are y'all gonna do? Y'all been up there for months starving to death. What are you gonna do?
You're not going to eat off of every opportunity. You're not just every time I put food in front of you, you're not just going to eat till you gorge yourself. A dog will.
That's different. We're talking about survival. Anybody's gonna do that. I'm talking about.
That's not survival. I said if you're it's still a reason and the ability to say no to your instincts.
Some animals do. Have you ever seen those cases where fucking lions and coyotes have found other species of animals and decided not to eat them and befriend them, and they be walking around together?
That's cool. But what about them other animals? They ain't going to say no to not eat this
Everybody's
gazelle.
not the same.
That's what I'm saying.
But
just like people, there's people out here eating. They have the conscious abilities to know, oh, this is the person. I was just calling him Bill the other day. Now Bill's on my dinner plate and I'm eating.
That's because that's not a human instinct. That's not his reason. I want to eat this motherfucker.
But that's the conscious. He recognizes.
He has reason.
But he's recognizing that this is a person that he shouldn't do it, but he's still doing it.
Because he has reason.
Okay, but he's still conscious knowing that he's doing it.
Because he has reason. An animal ain't going to say, oh, I'm not going, nigga, I kill shit. I'm not going to kill you today, but I'm hungry as fuck. Because he has I'm hungry. He's going to move off his instinct. You're not going to eat a human because you ain't eating 2 days.
Well, that's not even a long time.
That's a long time for animals.
No, it's not. You know, some animals don't eat for days. They'll catch one thing and not eat for a week.
If you don't,
and then they get hungry.
Don't feed a dog for 2 days and put some food in front of that motherfucker. He gonna fucking kill that shit. He gonna eat till he can't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm. No. That nigga will eat another dog. He'll eat another dog.
In 2 days.
A dog, yeah.
In 2 days.
Yes.
Okay.
You put some dog meat in front. Hell, yeah, he gonna eat that.
Nonetheless, I believe animals do have conscience.
Yeah.
I don't think they. I think they have a subconscious. I don't think they have.
Scientists have proven they have conscience.
Basically,
Hey, fuck scientists. What they know?
I'm just saying that's what AI said.
Theories.
Science is the reason we got to a lot of the stuff we got now.
Theories.
That's not theories. When they're actually in the labs testing shit.
Theories.
If they can prove it as a theory.
No, because they can't prove that.
Man,
you can't prove that they don't.
You're right.
So
this is all speculation.
Okay.
You just speculate. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's my speculation. That's just my speculation on it.
So what about the mystical theories people have about animals? Like the unicorns and
Bigfoot,
mermaids and stuff. Do y'all think those are real?
Yeah.
I can't speak.
Mermaids are real.
Why?
we haven't even dove into the deepest parts of the ocean. Where the fuck? They've seen shit in the ocean that have resembled people
I ain't
with
saying
tails.
It. I ain't saying it. I'm
Okay.
not saying it.
They've only discovered like 3% of bodies of water. Why?
Because the ocean is like space. Like it's
Yeah.
not like it's space. It's the equivalent. Like it's like
So it could be down there.
yeah, anything could be down that motherfucker. I don't know.
Exactly.
I
Well,
can't speak
I've
on
been
that shit.
watching this girl. She's Haitian. She's like a Haitian storyteller on YouTube, and she said like a lot of African and Caribbean people have they've experienced or have encountered sirens and mermaids.
That's a story they tell their kids who tell their kids who tell their kids who tell their kids.
It might be for another conversation, but did you even hear the folklore of where mermaids came from?
Where they come from?
Mermaids and sirens. It's apparently a biblical thing, and why Noah started the flood and giants and everything. It's one story alone in its own.
In the book of Enoch. Yeah. So where did they
Do
come
we got
from?
time for that today?
We got time for
Alright.
that.
So basically, I didn't read it, but this is what I was conversed into the discussion of. Apparently, giants were the offspring of gods and humans. Because obviously, gods were not supposed to be breeding with humans, but they were. They were fucking, They birthed what were made to be giants. God, Jesus, I don't think it was Jesus, but God was pissed that this was happening. So he sent a big Jesus. So he sent out the flood to wipe out the giants. Those giants did not die. They were turned into sirens and mermaids and shit. And that's what we have, and that's why they try and lure people to their death, because they are upset about what happened to them.
I mean, I can believe something like that.
I can believe something like that. That's what I said. When it comes to the water, like I can't like anything. The water, like I feel like the ocean is the equivalent. I feel like they reverse the ocean in space. Like
I
NASA
feel like
was
they were
studying
connected.
space.
yeah, like
NASA
I feel
was
like
studying the ocean before they studied space.
yeah, like
Why do you think they went up there?
like
I
I don't
heard
think
it's all connected.
Exactly. They were like, oh, we see that. Oh, why is this here? Oh, it came from here. Okay, that's where we're going.
yeah, no, I think shit don't come from. I don't think shit comes from above. I think it comes from below.
Sorry.
But
It
what if
says-
it's
it
all
says
one big
as-
entity? Like if
as
you go
above-
so deep into the ocean, you end up in space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
says-
believe that. That's what I
Like
said.
just walking through.
They're
like
portals.
A,
They're big ass
yeah,
portals.
like
Like
a portal.
they're big ass portals.
And I don't mean to keep quoting, but it says it in there. It's like as they said, it says as above, so below.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I
And
said.
like
This
it
is
talked about when God created the earth and how he made the firmament, like everything was separated by like water. So that makes sense to me, like that space and the ocean
are connected.
Yeah, them
It's
shit is
the
definitely
bridge.
connected.
And they're so undiscovered.
Like
so it's
you-
like
Like there's the equivalent. Like they like there's a scientific theory that the equivalent of a black hole is like as like
It's a
abysses in the water.
mm-hmm.
Like there's
No,
cracks. There's cracks in the depths of the ocean that go deep to where no machine, no man can go.
Mhm.
That's a black hole. What's the difference? A black hole in space is nothing but an abyss that nothing can go to, and anything that goes to it just
Hit
There was actually theories
Yeah,
that some astronauts
exactly.
would go into black holes in space and end up in the ocean.
yeah, like you
And
can't.
they
That's what I
somehow
said.
come out and they'd be like,
It's that's what I said. They're both the same thing to me. If you really so like even when they say aliens come out from space, I don't. Why can't they come from the water? Like you said,
Probably
mermaids and
they do.
who say mermaids and shit
They
ain't
go back and
aliens
forth.
as well. Like I said,
Where-
they're just coming out the water. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I said. I don't. The
Alleyway.
ocean and space, to me, that shit is all
Well,
the
but
same.
the
shit.
sure the back road.
I ain't trying to
I,
go no
I believe
one
all
of
that
them.
stuff is real. Like I be
Yeah, I don't
looking
put
at
shit past nothing.
the
And then when people say it's not real, where did
Yeah.
they come up with it? Where did this just come from then? How did they start talking about this?
Yep.
Like where
I just don't
they just
understand
make
how
this
it's
up?
like
yeah, and there's no way
it's not
like
real. Like
groups
how?
of people,
Why isn't it? Someone told you, they came to you and said this isn't real. We're
Some
not
people
here.
really truly believe like none of these conspiracy theories. Like there's just no way.
and
I'm just
I
like,
don't think that's like actually the case, because there's no way you can go to a place and the locals there have like rules set around like don't go by the water at night, don't do it, and they
Mississippi.
actually live by that.
Like it came from somewhere.
Like
In Appalachian Mountains, you're not supposed to be outside after sundown, and don't if you hear something outside, don't even open your windows, don't look out there, just ignore it.
yeah,
You think that's just a joke?
Skinwalkers.
Exactly. Like you think that's a joke? Someone was just saying, no, don't do that. Why? Why are they saying
Go
don't
do
that?
it and then
And then they do it, and then
you
find
gonna
out
turn
that they're
into a
missing.
story.
Yeah, and then long ago, 15 years ago, so and so looked out the window,
Didn't
never
listen.
seen again.
I feel like, but that's just telling somebody to stay away from portals. For instance, like if you knew that, let's say for instance, we had a club, right? But we knew this club. There's always the people in here is ultra negative. There's
Vegas.
always arguing, huh?
Vegas,
Vegas is a
but it's not
portal.
a club. It is.
But the whole Vegas is a portal.
Yeah.
Like it's a telling somebody to stay away from a portal is telling them to stay away from a place that spawns a lot of negative energy. That's basically what you're saying. Like it's a Las Vegas, like where they
That's
say
like
like
the whole place. What's the place
New
they tell you to
Orleans?
stay away from? And no, it's
In Vegas.
you're not allowed to go there at all.
Antarctica.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you can't go to Antarctica. But like
Oh,
Antarctica,
because of all the ice and everything.
No, there's like some
No,
shit going
yeah,
on there
yeah,
that you're
it's
not
the-
allowed to go.
you're
there.
not allowed to go to neither
It's just
one
like
of
the same reason why you
poles.
can't talk to dolphins.
You can't go to poles.
Well, they say literally, if you keep going, there's like a whole city across the hillside of ice. But they
We
literally
don't
say
know,
you can't
but we
get
don't know
to.
what
Nobody
it is.
knows.
But people have said
There's like a
drones.
wall built and everything.
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
not allowed
There's
to
a
go
wall
there.
built,
Yeah.
but people have said drones over there, and there's a whole like city
We
on the
can't
other
get
side of that.
there.
But it's illegal to go
Yeah.
there.
We ain't
That's
never gonna know.
No.
Famous family.
They can kill
That's
you
just
on
like
the
how they
spot.
say there's a whole city down under the ocean. You go
There
down
is.
so far, you'll end up in a place like this.
Yeah.
But
Where
you're
you
not
can
allowed to know
breathe and
about it.
be.
Yeah, but you're not
talking
allowed to
about
know.
Atlantis.
Yeah, like the Bermuda Triangle. That's why they say don't fly through no planes fly through the Bermuda Triangle.
because
There's a
it's
reason. They ain't
yeah,
talking
like it's
for no
no
reason.
like no navigation. Like the frequency while you're going through there doesn't basically no electronics work in that frequency zone. So it's like it's because it's negative. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a negative pool. The pool is too negative, so you can't fly through there because if planes fly through there, they lose their signal, they lose their GPS, and most of the time they just crash because they lost all signal, and a plane can't fly without any coordinates or GPS signals or none of that shit.
Don't come out.
Something come out years later.
Interesting.
So I feel like it's just like when people is telling people on folklore, it's just telling them to stay away from portals. Like you gonna tell somebody, yo, don't go to that club. You know that something gonna happen to there eventually. Like you see what I'm saying? Like you're telling somebody, like, don't do that. You see what I'm saying? Look, you gonna keep going.
You be the motherfucker going to the club.
Shut up.
But alright,
Hey,
that's
that's
all we have time for
time
today.
to wrap up the time.
So until next time, if you have any other things that you want us to talk about, message us, call the Discord, you know what it is.
Yes, and let us know y'all thoughts on this conversation. I'm curious to know. So leave your opinion in the comments below. And yeah, catch us on the next episode.
Because we will have time again soon.
Might be entertainment or a little something, because I know I learned a little something today. Right?
All right, bye y'all.
Bye.
Bye. Bow, bow.